On Monday, February 13th, the North Oakland Community Coalition joined forces with local judges and law enforcement to host the second annual court night at the 52nd 3rd District Courthouse in Rochester Hills. Parents, teens, and community leaders were invited to visit the courtrooms of Judges Julie Nicholson, Lisa Asadoorian, and Nancy Karniak to hear about the consequences of underage drinking and drug use. Judge Nicholson partnered up with Lake Orion Police Chief Jerry Narsh, who focused on the alarming rise in drug use among teens, including the abuse of prescription medication and heroin.
I mean, first of all, there's a reason why doctors are taking charge of the prescription. I mean, prescriptions are for specific diagnosis and for specific conditions, and people should not have prescription drugs unless they are under a doctor's care. So when they are taking the prescription drugs, they have no idea what the dosage is, they have no idea what it can do to their system, and what the possible interactions can be with them in terms of they may be on other drugs, or they may be using some other substances that can be very lethal. And in fact, we have found that within the last 5 or 6 years, the number of people that are being treated for prescription drug addiction has gone up 450%. So it really is a problem.
For a lot of people, being in a courtroom is like being in an emergency room. It's not someplace you plan on being. Unfortunately, circumstances can bring you there. What we want to do is mitigate those opportunities, those circumstances, with education and information. We want to help people to understand what's going on in their communities, what kids are facing in their everyday lives in their schools, and the stress factors and the temptations that are there, and how to help build defenses and help them to say no.
Visitors were encouraged to move from courtroom to courtroom throughout the evening. Judge Nancy Karniak was joined by Officer Dan Pratcher of the Auburn Hills Police Department to talk about the dangers of marijuana use. Judge Karniak told us she hopes those in attendance help spread the message to peers, friends, and neighbors.
Well, to a certain extent, I think that we are preaching to the choir because they are here to get the knowledge. And if they didn't have the knowledge, maybe they would be in front of the court at some time. So we're hoping that not only do they obtain the knowledge that we are giving them today, especially through Officer Pratcher, the drug recognition expert, but also spreading the word legally of what it means and how people can get in trouble, inadvertently even. So that knowledge, I think, hopefully spread to other individuals, other parents, other teens, is the best way to keep this thing moving and make sure that we have a safer community.
Judge Lisa Asadoorian teamed up with Rochester Police Chief Steve Schuttenhelm, whose presentation focused on the consequences that can arise from alcohol and drug use at teenage parties. Judge Asadoorian told us she doesn't mind coming in after hours if it'll prevent teens from visiting her during business hours.
You know, public safety does not know business hours. It's a 24/7 evolving event, and the judges here are pleased and happy to help the public understand what happens when they come to court. And I'm hoping this evening that people learn that there are options, there are alternatives, and that there are laws.
The event was made possible thanks to the efforts of the North Oakland Community Coalition, whose mission is to prevent underage drinking and substance abuse through education. Executive Director Julie Brenner expressed her gratitude to the judges and officials who took part in the event.
Very thankful for their, they want to change, they want to make a change too, as does the coalition. So being able to work with them and partner with them on something like this to prevent substance abuse, prevent kids from using, it's phenomenal. We're so excited that they've elected to do this annually.
If you'd like more information or if you'd like to get involved with the efforts of the North Oakland Community Coalition, visit northoaklandcoalition.org or call 248-520-3786. From Rochester Hills, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.